So what a year it's been for TCU. Not only are they about to play in a national championship, having been college football's Cinderella story this year, but they have also been red hot on the recruiting trail. And today, we need to talk about their latest transfer portal acquisition, former five-star running back who played for the Alabama Crimson Tide, Trey Sanders. Now this is an awesome addition, one I can't wait to break down. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited that Trey Sanders is committed to play for TCU? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions may seem small, but they truly are massive to content creators such as myself, and both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And ironically, this is the third transfer portal acquisition TCU has gotten from the Alabama Crimson Tide, as Trey Sanders will be reuniting with former teammates Tommy Brockermeyer and JoJo Earle. Now, interestingly enough, Brockermeyer and JoJo Earle were from the DFW area. JoJo Earle having played for Aledo in high school, and Tommy Brockermeyer was from Fort Worth. So those two individuals, whenever they committed to TCU, it made a lot of sense because of proximity to home. Very excited to see what each of those individuals do. Tommy Brockermeyer, former five-star coming out of high school, and JoJo Earle is an electric wide receiver who unfortunately just kept getting injured while at the Alabama Crimson Tide. Hopefully he remains healthy because he is a very talented wide receiver. I think he's got a lot of upside, and I'm very interested to see how he's utilized by TCU and the Sonny Dykes coaching staff. But now, former five-star running back Trey Sanders is set to join them in Fort Worth. And this is an addition I really like. Personally, I've really wanted a team to get Trey Sanders that was going to be able to showcase how talented he is. For those not aware of who Trey Sanders is, I don't think there's a better story in college football about grit, determination, and perseverance. Trey Sanders came out of high school as one of the most coveted prospects in all of high school football, former five-star from IMG Academy. Unfortunately for Trey Sanders, during his freshman year, he broke a bone in his foot, which sidelined him from being able to showcase how gifted he is. When he finally got healthy during his sophomore season, bad luck struck again, this time in the form of a car crash. And a lot of people know that he was in a car crash, but I don't think a lot of people know how severe and serious it was. Not only is Trey Sanders incredibly lucky to be able to play the game of football again, he's lucky to be alive. That's how serious that accident was. And through it all he did was put his head down and work his way back. Work his way back to being able to be in the rotation for the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is a guy that has got a tremendous story, and all I wanted whenever he entered the transfer portal was for him to find a location that would be able to showcase his talent. And I am very excited, and I think TCU is a phenomenal landing spot for the former five-star. I think he's going to show everybody why he was so highly recruited coming out of high school and why so many people are excited about his upside. I'm really rooting for Trey Sanders, and now by extension, I'm going to be excited to see what TCU does going into next season. Now, interestingly enough, whenever Trey Sanders hit the transfer portal, there was a lot of talk that Coach Prime in Colorado could be the landing spot, and we've discussed here on the channel extensively some of Coach Prime in Colorado's transfer portal acquisitions, but I never really talked a whole lot about Trey Sanders. I'd said that Trey Sanders had tweeted something at Coach Prime, but outside of that, there was never any official word about Trey Sanders going to Colorado, and I just was interested to see what would end up happening. But inevitably, it's TCU that wins this battle, and interestingly enough, TCU and Colorado play each other next year, and I can't wait to see the matchup. I know college football fans everywhere are going to be looking forward to it, but at the end of the day, this is a fantastic move for TCU. This is a great move for Trey Sanders, and TCU keeps stacking recruiting wins in a season where they lose Brian Carrington. And if you're aware of who Brian Carrington is, you're aware of what a loss that is for a team to lose him on the recruiting front. You're also aware of how insane it is that Arizona State hires not only he, but Rashad Samples. You have them both in the same building, which is just absolutely wild to me that it's not getting more recognition. We made a video about it here on the channel. That's just a wild pairing that Arizona State has, and nobody's talking about it. But if you're a TCU fan, what a season. And what a storyline you have to look forward to going into next year. Can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.